The very first event is part of Undergraduate Research Week at UC Davis, which is about undergraduate research opportunities in Germany. My name is Paula Levitt, and I am the Assistant Director for Global Experiential Learning at the Global Learning Hub. I wanted to tell you that this meeting is being recorded. If you have any questions throughout, feel free to pop them in the chat box to me, and I will make sure that we have an appropriate time to answer your question. We will also save some time for questions at the end. Before I introduce our two speakers today, I just wanted to give you all a little overview of the Global Learning Hub. The Global Learning Hub at UC Davis is both a physical and virtual space where you can find out more opportunities about global learning, including study abroad, global internships and research, community engaged global learning, as well as skills and leadership opportunities, both on campus and within our surrounding community. And so I wanted to introduce both of our speakers, and then we will have our first speaker start presenting. But Hani Geist from DAAD, which she will tell you what that is, will be our first presenter. And then Omri Vogel from Humboldt Berlin Institution, which has a longer name, but I'm sure she will also let you know what that is. Do you want to do a quick intro of each of you, and then we'll pop over to Hani's presentation?
Okay, then I can just start. So thank you for the introduction. Yeah, my name is Omri Vogel, and I'm here in Berlin at the Humboldt University. And here at the International Department, I'm responsible for the Humboldt Internship program, which I will present later as a global learning opportunity for you. Yeah, that's it for a very short introduction. And I think I will do the rest later.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Hani Geist. I'm the Senior Manager of the University Relations here for DAAD in the San Francisco office. I'm actually in Concord, so I'm much closer to you than San Francisco at the moment. I'm also actually from Berlin, so grew up in Berlin, studied in Berlin, and I also studied in the United States. So I also was an international student here, so I know kind of both systems. And yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you today about opportunities in Germany.
Great. So we'll start with Hani's presentation. Again, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat box. And then at the end, if you wanted to hold off on your questions and ask them, you're welcome to turn your video on and ask at that point. Thank you.
Great. Just to make sure you can all see the screen, the first slide.
Yeah, we do.
Great. All right. So again, welcome. Thank you for tuning in for the opportunities that are available in Germany. And I'm just going to address the elephant in the room, which unfortunately is still the pandemic. That's one of the reasons why we do this virtually and not in person. And you may be concerned maybe what's going to happen next year, and will I even be able to do any of this? And so just to preface my presentation and also the opportunities that are available, DAAD currently is operating under the assumption that 2021, all of the opportunities that we offer, students actually are able to go. And so all of the opportunities that I will mention today, there are active deadlines, so you can apply, and should there be any adjustments or changes, we of course will let you know. But we're trying to think positive and hope that 2021 will allow us again to meet in person and allow for international students to go to Germany again. So DAAD stands for German Academic Exchange Service, Deutscher Akademischer Austauschdienst in German, and we're a national organization representing German higher education in general. And so Amlai will talk to you specifically about the Humboldt University. DAAD really represents all of higher education universities in Germany. And so really the opportunities that we offer, the information that we provide is for all German universities around Germany. Just to give you a little bit of background information, so really we're the largest funding organization worldwide. We have offices worldwide. And for you, most importantly, the two offices in the United States is my office here in San Francisco and also the New York office. And when it comes to getting advice and maybe for any additional questions, I'm your main go-to person. But when it comes to any other questions and also where you apply to, that will be the DAAD New York office. So what do? We provide information generally on studying in Germany, the opportunities that are available. If you have questions about going to Germany and then maybe about the health insurance, finding rooms and all of that, you will find on our DAAD page. And then, of course, and that's one of the reasons why you tuned into here, we offer opportunities and more specifically funding opportunities. That includes opportunities in all disciplines at all stages. So what I'm going to focus on today will be opportunities for undergraduates, but for you to keep in mind, if you are looking for an academic career, there are opportunities available on the graduate and also research level, and you are eligible and you can apply for funding in the future as well, even though you may receive funding as an undergraduate. Something maybe to note, if you're potentially an international student, the US citizenship is not a requirement. So if you're a full-time student at UC Davis, if you fulfill other requirements, you're also eligible for DAAD funding. All right, so as I mentioned before, we have the two official DAAD offices in San Francisco and New York. But we also have research ambassadors and young ambassadors. And those are representatives, or those are students like you, the young ambassadors who've studied in Germany or done internships in Germany. And those are students who you can ask questions. There is one student at UC Berkeley, actually. You can find his profile on the website. You can get in touch with him. You can chat with him. You can ask him all the questions. So that is a really fantastic resource for you to talk to a peer about his or her experience. And even though he or she may not be on your campus, there is a profile on our website. Contact them, shoot them an email. They'll be happy to talk to you. So why Germany? Germany in general has high academic standards, and that's throughout Germany. Here's a map of Germany. You can see a few of the cities that maybe you're familiar with. There are of course a lot of other cities, but as you can see, Germany has a lot of universities throughout. Of course, Berlin has a large number of universities, and the Humboldt University is one of them, right in the middle of the city. You'll hear about that here in a little bit. There are low tuition fees, high living standards at a reasonable cost. So maybe Emma will talk about that specifically for Berlin, but it's a lot cheaper than it is here in the United States, especially in the extended Bay Area. Germany is home to almost 300,000 international students. So just for you as a comparison, the US is about 5 or 6%. And so in Germany, it's about 10, 12%. And that of course includes also students from other European countries. And if you are beyond just like short-term opportunities that we're going to talk to you about today, there are also international degree programs you may want to consider for the future. And those are international programs offered in English and really in all academic fields. And finally, you will have a much better experience if you know some German, but you don't necessarily need to know German to go to Germany, because especially the campuses are very international. And you'll hear specifically about opportunities in Berlin. And coming from Berlin, I know Germany, Berlin is very international, and you don't necessarily need to know German to really be able to go there to either do an internship, research experience, or even study. This is maybe not relevant for you right now, but if you are a STEM major and you're looking into getting a master's PhD, this is of relevance to you. Germany has a number of excellent research institutions, and those are outside the universities. Most of them, of course, still collaborate with the universities. And so these are maybe a few names for you to keep in mind if you are interested in an academic career. So this is really just an example, but the foreign ministry also that's related to the visa, what you need to have to prove that you're able to sustain yourself is about 860 euros, 870 euros to pay for rent, for food, and then of course some travel. And so really in comparison, I know living in the Bay Area, you don't even get a room for that. So if you compare that to US prices as a student, it really is affordable for international students to live in Germany. The student discount, if you have a student ID, also includes healthcare, cheaper healthcare. You get reduced prices at the cafeteria, and you also have access to museums and theaters and sites at a reduced price. So really you can take advantage of Germany's cultural scene as well. And of course, Germany is a really great place for you from which to explore other parts of Europe. Now, DAAD funding. I will talk to you a little bit more about other opportunities too. The main focus will be the research internships in science and engineering, but I just want you to also get a sense of what other opportunities that are available. For everything that's available that I may not go into quite as much detail, you can go to daad.org and find funding. Generally speaking, DAAD funds study abroad, internships, senior thesis research, for example, and scholarship recipients receive either a lump sum if it's for short term or a monthly stipend. And those are supposed to cover your living expenses. So you're able to pay your rent and your food, etc. And you will also receive health insurance, some travel reimbursement, and then there are quite a few all grantees meeting that allow you to connect to other DAAD alumni. Again, it's open to students in all fields. Some of them are specific to STEM students. The internship I will talk to you here soon. And again, the previous knowledge of German is only required for certain grants, but a lot of them are actually open to other students. And again, I'd like to highlight that DAAD funding is available also to international students that are full-time students. So actually, let me take a quick break here. So we do offer a RISE program. RISE stands for Research Internships in Science and Engineering. And this is a 10 to 12-week summer internship. It's a web-based matching process, meaning that you see here, there's a database. It opens November 1st. And there are, I think each year, about 2,000 internships that are posted. You see here, they're in the various fields, various STEM fields. And you can go through the database and you can look for internships that match your interests. They're all over Germany. And what you would do is you work directly with German doctoral students, either at a university or a research lab, and you work on a very specific topic. The terms of award, you get a scholarship, you also get health insurance, and you get to go to an all grantees meeting where you will meet other RISE participants. I need to stop here. I have to say I'm 6.5 months pregnant and I can slowly feel that I don't have the air that I usually have. So bear with me. So as I said earlier, German is not necessarily required for every scholarship. And this one in particular, the language in the lab is English. And so there are opportunities for you to learn some German. But for the specific opportunity, really the focus is what is your academic knowledge? What is your field? And then if you do know some German, that's of course a huge advantage. You can practice your German, but it is not a requirement to participate in this program. And so each year there are about 300 internships that we can offer or that we can place students and fund. You can see here on the page, it says the hosts help find housing assistance. So there is no housing that's included. So you would have to find that on your own, but the hosts are going to help you find housing, and also DAAD will help you find housing. So while this is nothing that we provide per se, that has never been a big problem. And if you do maybe run into issues, DAAD staff will be able to help you with that. And maybe you see here the photos. So really some internships are very much lab-based. So you work in a lab, but then there are others. This one specifically on the left was in the field of biology. You also have students maybe working outside and working with animals, like the student here working with a seal. So this was, since this is also the focus of this presentation, is the research opportunities. So really this is DAAD's opportunity for you for a structured internship program where you also get paid. But maybe some of you, in addition to this, are also interested in learning German, maybe learn more German. And this is something you can apply to in addition to the RISE program. So we offer the university summer course grant. For that, you only need a 1 level. Basically, you need a very basic level of German. And you can apply for summer courses that are about 3 to 4 weeks. So you can do that either before or after the internship. And those are courses throughout Germany offered at German universities, and about 200 of them are funded by DAAD. So you can go through when you go on our website, and I will have that here at the end of the presentation. You can go on the website, you can browse the courses, and really you can look at courses that interest you, and they're literary, cultural, political, and economic focused courses. And so this could be courses that fulfill some of your requirements, or really if you just want an additional experience to also learn German. And here the deadline is December 1st for the next year. And so if you were interested in that, you could certainly apply for the university summer course grant and combine that with the RISE internship opportunity. You wouldn't be able to do that at the same time, but certainly one after the other is an option. And then finally, while this says here graduates, don't check out yet. This may be relevant to you if you want to pursue a master's in Germany, or if you want to continue your academic career here in the United States, but you may be interested in going to Germany for 1 academic year as part of your master's here. So this is a scholarship for you to take graduate level classes, or if you really would like to pursue a full master's. It's an all academic field. So if you're a STEM major, you could study engineering, you could study biology, chemistry, computer science, for example, or any other field. It doesn't have to be in German. It doesn't have to be related to Germany. You would just have to argue why you would like to go to the specific university. And this could be because you want to work with a certain professor, or because there's a certain focus at that university you're really interested in. And so these are master's programs that don't necessarily require German. And that's why I also included it in this presentation, because final year undergraduates are eligible to apply as well. So if you're thinking about maybe a master's, consider this grant. Again, you find more on our website. Here are a few websites for you for more information and also to find programs. Again, you'll receive this presentation, so you don't necessarily have to write that down. There's also the Study Scholarship for Artists and Musicians, which may not be relevant to you, but I just wanted to mention. And then finally, tips for success. You can see here, express why Germany is relevant for your academic goals. Make sure you have a good reference letter. And for that, really contact your professors as early as possible. Send him or her your draft for a study proposal, a research proposal, and clearly why you chose a certain location. And what's really important, and that may seem redundant, but it really is important to look at, make sure your application is complete and on time. A lot of the applications are not eligible. We can't consider them because they are not complete, and on time is relevant because all of our deadlines are German time, so you'll have to make sure a lot of those deadlines are 3 p.m. our time here on the West Coast, so just keep that in mind. And then finally, there are a few online resources for you to get more information. And finally, we have our social media channels. So if you like us, we always have a countdown for deadlines, so you won't miss that. And we'll also post about anything else related to Germany, but of course, specifically also studying, researching, interning in Germany. So here are the contact information for my office. I'm the only one here in San Francisco, so you can write me directly at daadsf@dd.org or the regional office. And so, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, I will be on maternity leave December through May. So if you want to ask some questions, feel free to contact my colleagues at the New York office. But you can also send me an email. And if I'm not available, you will receive an automatic message and you'll know who's available at that point. So that's all I have. Kind of stayed within the time, hopefully. But that's it from me. Just for you, a quick overview. You can ask questions directly here in the chat box, but again, feel free to contact me at a later point, either via email or call.
Thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions at this point about what we've covered so far in the presentation? Okay, in that case, we will pass it on to the second part of the presentation. Are there any pre-recorded presentations about the graduate study scholarships? Is one of the questions.
Do you want me to answer those right now?
Yes, please.
So we just recently had a webinar on all of our funding. And so the study scholarship is certainly part of it, but I'm going to include a few direct links to the specific page and also our FAQ page. And that you don't actually need to look at a video. Just go to those websites, look at the information, and then if you have any additional questions, just shoot me an email. We can just talk. That's probably the easiest.
Thank you. Okay, so we will start sharing another presentation now.
Yeah, and then sharing mine now. Okay, now I hope you can see it.
Yes, we can see. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay. Okay, now you can also see me if you want to. Good. So, as I mentioned before, I'm Amrei from Humboldt University in Berlin. And here I am managing the Humboldt internship program. The program started this year, which was a bit of a unusual start, of course, but this only brought us to even more more processes to have more flexibility for the program and so on, which is actually now an advantage for the students who will participate in future. And so what is it all about? In fact, in one sentence, the Humboldt internship program is a program with offering research internships at Humboldt University here in Berlin. So especially if you have a great interest in your field of studies and you want to immerse yourself more in academic life, then the Humboldt internship program might be a very good learning experience for you. And now with this presentation, I want to just show you a quick overview of the most important facts. And then of course you can read everything later online or on the slides. So after general information, I will explain how to apply for this program, what expenses you can expect, but there are also funding opportunities and program benefits for your studies actually, and then the internship projects, like the available positions that we have, and give you a brief overview of that too. So as I said, it's about becoming part of work teams at Humboldt University. So as a participant, you would engage with academic research or entrepreneurship on a high level at university. The duration of the internship is 12 weeks. So for you, it's from June 14 to August 27, which matches your academic calendar at UC Davis. So, and in this time, you can work either for a research project here or for a startup team, which is affiliated to the university. The program is designed for advanced bachelor students as well as master students and PhD candidates. Advanced bachelor means students from all disciplines in their third or fourth year. And the project supervisors, who will be, of course, then your guides here or your professors here. And so they usually don't expect any particular preparation, any specific courses you must have had in your past, things like that. Not before the first day of the internship. Mostly you only need some pre-knowledge of the subject area, of course, and obviously a very high motivation. And yeah, so, and then again, straight to the point with the global pandemic, hoping that the global health situation improves quickly and that travel restrictions are lifted, we plan the internships for next year, 2021, as an on-site session in Berlin. And so when you're coming to Berlin, so you will, of course, be mainly engaged with your very intense internship in the research project or with a startup team. But also we will invite you to a diverse cultural program to just make the best of your time here in Berlin. It will include things like city tours by bus, on foot, by boat, but we will also do sports together, and we also organize guided tours in museums, historical sites, art galleries, and so on. Just so that you have, in the end, a combination of, for your stay, a combination of academic life and travel experience. And also you will be part of course, the project work team and the international community. Because from May to August, there are also other international students in Berlin. And with the cultural activities and other various events, you will have the opportunity to get to know them and to just like immerse yourself a bit in the international academic life at Humboldt University. In case the on-site session is not feasible due to the ongoing difficult situation, we will shift the internships to the virtual space or postpone the dates. This is according to you and the project supervisor of your internship project. So whichever way suits best for you and the supervisor, we will find a solution for sure. And then it will be discussed individually to do that. So for example, there are of course internship positions in tech projects or also in the humanities. And for some, then it's no problem to work online and to meet on Zoom every day, something like that. But of course, when you have an internship in a lab internship, then it's not possible to do it online. So it just depends on the individual situation. What we also do from our side is we provide you with good to know facts about living in Berlin, but we also assist you with organizational matters. So we support you for the preparation of your stay and also during the time here in Berlin, like accommodation, insurance, travels, and then also things like public transportation and so on. And so the application starts mid of November and is open till December 5. And it is actually quite simple. So you just go on our webpage where we have listed all the projects which are available for an internship. And there you select the research project or the startup you want to apply for. And then you also identify 2 backup options as your second and third choice. Because of course, like there's not only one student applying for one position, and then in the end, the supervisors and the research team, they will make the decision. I will also only check the applications for like formal factors. And then you will start your application through our online application portal. The link is then of course on the webpage. And there you will be asked to upload several documents such as your student ID, resume, statement of motivation, recommendation letter from either a professor or a former employer, and your latest official transcript from university. And as now we cooperate with your university, you also have the opportunity to contact Paula by November 15, if you would like someone to check and go through your application documents, which is a very good offer actually. And then once you submit all your documents, then you can just wait until we contact you again, and because you will be notified if as soon as the supervisors receive your application, and then of course as soon as there is a result. And then once you are admitted to the program, you will receive an email with further instructions concerning the preparation of your internship and all the details. Also always a very relevant topic, the expenses, which is for this program also thanks to the free education in Germany, quite good. So we only have an program fee for on-site internship, 160 euros. Online internships at 60 euros. And then the enrollment fee, you'll have to pay on site. No, you have to pay on site, and the enrollment fee you only have to pay for an on-site internship. And this is around 200 euros. It already includes the public transportation ticket in Berlin. So, and just for comparison, if you buy the ticket here, a monthly ticket is 80 euros. So it's basically, you would spend already 160 euros for the public transportation. And then it's, of course, your personal expenses, like your travel costs, health insurance. We will also give you a list with health insurance and how to deal with it. So this is approximately like 50 to 80 euros a month. Accommodation, for maybe around 600 a month. And then of course, like various costs, food, phone, and so on. Like Hani gave a very good overview already. So, and we suggest approximately 300 to 400 euros again for those various costs for you. And then the funding opportunity. Students of the Humboldt Internship Program partner universities can apply for scholarships which are awarded by the Santander Consumer Bank. And because of our partnership, UC Davis is currently the only partner school in the US that is eligible to apply for funding by Santander Consumer Bank for the internship program. So, and this would be 750 euros a month. So in this for 3 months, which makes a total of 2,250. And the application for the scholarship is done separately from the application for participation. And after the deadline for participation, which is December 5, all candidates will receive detailed information about the scholarship application. So yeah, this is just done separately and before your application for the participation in the Humboldt Internship Program. You don't have to worry about this scholarship application, at least. For you, when you participate in the Humboldt Internship Program, you will receive 15 credit points from our side. This applies, of course, for a full-time internship of 12 weeks, if it's successfully concluded. And possible special conditions of an internship project are to be considered. So sometimes there is a presentation at the end of the internship, or maybe you have to write a short essay. And then, of course, this is also relevant for the grant of those credits. But here it's crucial that you consult your university staff or faculty members about how you deal with with those credits. And for you, it would be considered as transfer units, not as UC Davis units. And after successful completion of the internship, we will issue a certificate of participation and a transcript of records with a short assessment of your performance. So yeah, so this is also relevant for your CV, I guess, that you have something at hand which actually proves that you have yeah, conducted this academic research internship. And now I would like to mention just a few projects. So in the end, we will have about 30 internship projects. Some of them offer more than one position. So yeah, we will have around like 40 to 50 positions. And these are just 5 project titles that you can see on the screen. The research projects in general are in the STEM subjects, but also like in chemistry, computer, information technology, and literature, art history, music, and other fields. Some of the research projects are collaboration projects with other research institutions, such as Max Planck Institute or the Federal Institute for Material Testing. So it's, of course, on the university level, Humboldt University is really well connected to many institutions here in Berlin. And so you can be a part of it, in fact. And also the entrepreneurship, the startup projects, there again, you will have the opportunity to be part of the startup scene at Humboldt University, because they also have like events where they have like a think tank or some other entrepreneurship meetings. So yeah, you will also get to know that a little bit if you participate in one of them. We expect the final project list to be online by November 9th, and then the application will start 1 week later on November 16th. And when you go to our website, it will look like this. So you will have a list with the projects. And then when you click on one internship project, you have like the most important key facts here listed. And here you see, for example, the subject area, the availability, if it's online or not online. And for you, actually, it's only summer term and online or not online. This is relevant for you. And then the academic level. But as far as I know, all the projects are open for undergraduates. And then if you click on more information, you come to a more detailed project description with 3 sections: the about, again with some overview, the project, and the internship position. And in this last section, the internship position, which is shown here, you can read the tasks for the interns during the internship, and they also at the bottom, the requirements. So yeah, this gives you just some information about the project, and if you feel kind of ready for this project, working with them. So that's about that. And Humboldt internship program is part of the Humboldt International Campus. This is just important to mention because our new website, which was launched just a week ago, is this hac.hu-berlin.de. And from there, you will get easily to the Humboldt internship program pages, and also to other pages of other international short-term programs, which might possibly also be of interest. For example, our winter and summer university with short-term courses in various fields. Yeah. And yeah, if you have any question, you can just contact me. At the moment, it's only me who is responsible, so doesn't matter to which email address you use, I will reply. And yeah, when you go to our webpage, it's the website which I just mentioned, and the direct link is just /HIP at the end. And there you will find all information and some more details. And the project is also listed on your UC Davis webpage, where you can also find the most important information, such as the dates, target groups, application deadline, and other details. Good, and of course, I just like this one slide, our Instagram account and Facebook and Instagram. You'll also you can stay updated with the deadlines and maybe some other other features of the program.
Thank you so much. We have
Thank
one
you.
question that came through that asks, what type of experience would you recommend students add or make sure they highlight on their resume when they apply?
So from our last year, my experience is that the professors or the project supervisors, they appreciate experience which is connected to the subject the research is about. And if maybe you have no experience in directly this field, but maybe you have at least, I don't know, like written an essay about that, or if not that, maybe you have a really special interest in this. So yeah, the experience, but also just the interest and the motivation for specifically this field of research. This is something which I would recommend to highlight.
Thank you so much to both of our presenters. Did anyone have any additional questions? Feel free to type them in the chat box, or you can even unmute yourself and ask. Okay, so thank you so much. I wanted to point out a couple of upcoming events that we have. This week again is Undergraduate Research Week. And so we do have a couple events coming up that the Global Learning Hub is organizing. In addition to this one, UCAP research and fieldwork opportunities through study abroad, as well as funding opportunities for social impact or research projects. We also have additional events coming up through our Global Career Development Series. Tomorrow we have a 2-hour free workshop on creating a career vision that's going to be led by an academic advisor who works at UC Berkeley. Feel free to sign up for that. It's not too late. We also have part 1 of a 3-part series through LinkedIn about building your professional brand, global professional brand specifically. So that's going to be coming up soon. And then lastly, I wanted to point out our upcoming Global Learning Showcase, where we have different themes for each day about global learning, identity and skills, and leadership building, global internships, research and community engagement, study abroad, as well as an open house through our UC system-wide program. On Tuesday, the 27th, which is about internships research, we will also have another presentation with both of our wonderful presenters today that specifically focuses on graduate students, opportunities through Humboldt as well as DAAD. And the DAAD will be leading another session on that day as well for undergraduate opportunities that you might want to check out. Thank you all for coming. There are a couple more questions. Will the PowerPoint be emailed after this meeting, or do you want us to email you individually? So what we do for these Global Career Development Series is we do have the recording posted on our website, on the Global Career Development website. I will also try to send out the final PowerPoint to everybody, but if you need it before I send that out, please email me. My email is right there. And if you have any questions about either of these 2 opportunities, feel free to email me and I can connect you to our presenters from today as well. Thank you so much. Does anybody else have any final questions? Feel free to unmute yourself, share something that you learned, share an opportunity you're excited about applying for. If not, then I thank you all for coming, and we will get this recording up on our website very soon.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, everyone.
All right. Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.